It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a design team project for Color Rush Studio. This is the December kit, and it's all about celebrating. It is called Celebrate All the Things, and we are starting it off with this Celebrate paper, with this beautiful circle. I am in absolute love with it. I am also using the scissors from the shop, and I really like them. So they're super fun and they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm actually going to cut this circle out, but I am going to leave it on this paper. So, because I like it all. So I am working with the challenge in the Facebook group. So it has a sketch, and then the challenge is to document a celebration that's not your typical celebration. So, like not New Year's or Christmas or birthday or whatever, but something else that you're going to celebrate. So little wins is kind of what I was thinking. So I have two pictures, and I will get into that. And amazingly enough, it's actually journaled on, I think after I took the photos, but it's already journaled on, so that's good. So the reason I wanted to cut this circle out is because I wanted to put something behind it. And so I am taking the tissue paper that came in the kit, and I went ahead and backed that, and then just cut around the circle kind of roughly. I did also kind of rough it up so that you couldn't tell that it wasn't a perfect circle around it, because I mean, there's no way that I could get a perfect circle out of hand doing it, especially when it's tissue paper. So because I want to put it back on this text paper, I know that I need to do something with the back. So I just grabbed a piece of black cardstock and put it down. And of course, I didn't put it down completely correct, so I had to trim off the edges a little bit. And so now I can stick my circle back on. And it's got my super fun tissue paper on the outside. So I have two photos, and they're kind of the same photo. They're the same time. One is just kind of zoomed in. And so the zoomed in photo, I am going to matte behind this beautiful blue sparkle scalloped frame that came in the kit. And I'm going to back the full one with this blue polka dotted paper. So, not exactly sure what I'm doing right now. Oh, I was seeing if I needed to matte it in black first, which I did decide I was going to. So it will end up having two mattes. So these photos are of a trip we took around New Year's last year, and we went to this frozen waterfall in Pagosa Springs. And we've done this trip with this family before, and the last time we did it, my son had a broken leg. And so he basically stayed at home or stayed in the car the whole time. So my story is celebrating that we're all together and nobody's broken. That is a big win for my family. So that is what I am celebrating, and that is what my journaling talks about as well. Now, luckily, they climbed out onto this frozen waterfall and they stayed safe. It was definitely a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie. My mama heart was a little stressed, but everybody's good and everything turned out great, so I can't complain. So that's going to be the basic. Now in the sketch, there are some arrows. And so I was trying to use some of the die cut pieces and the cork pieces kind of in that same area. But I decide what I want to do is actually use the die cut arrows, and I'm going to put them in a circular way around the circle. Yeah. So some of them will be die cut pieces, and some of them will actually be fussy cut out from the arrow paper. So I will do that. And then I decided to add a few more circles. So off to the right, I have a circle with a heart that says cheers and a couple of bubbles, which I thought were super pretty. And then I have that one that says Happy New Year, but I end up deciding not to use that. So here I am playing with those arrows some more. I'm thinking maybe I'll bring in the acrylic. I decide not to. And then I was thinking about doing a title there. And because I think the sketch said to have like kind of a subtitle or a title right there. And I was thinking celebrate together, because that's kind of the whole point, that we actually got to all be together. But I don't end up doing that. I end up cutting a few pieces of the words from the word strip paper in the back, and I cut them out and used them as like tiny word phrases. So I'm going to put those there. And then I'm looking at where I'm going to journal. And so I decide to go off and find the cut apart sheet. And I'm going to use that end one that says today. And so I'm just going to fussy cut that out. I have been doing better about fussy cutting them and not using my trimmer and just going with it. So that's going to fit perfectly right there. So my journaling can go in there. I will punch the hole out, and I will add some frazzle. I'm going to end up going with this black. I think it brings in that nice bit of black pops from the tissue paper that you see in the back, as well as the celebrate word. So I just felt like a little more black was good. The white would have been good too, but I opted for the black. And then I decided that I was going to actually do a couple of peekaboos, since I had backed this with that black cardstock, and just to bring in a little more black. So it almost gives your eye like a diagonal of the black, so it just kind of follows through. And I realized when I pulled that little piece off that the back of that was really pretty, and I decided I would go ahead and tuck that into there as well. I do add one of the really tiny fussy cut arrows, and the other one I just leave blank with the extra piece of paper. And then you can see at the bottom I added those tiny word strips. So that is going to do it for me today. So make sure you check out the shop and use my code Crystal10 to save you 10%. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I have a link to the shop, as well as the Facebook group and Instagram and everything like that down below. So that is going to do it for me today. So remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next time. Bye.